Beautiful rising, y'all. Beautiful rising, grand rising, y'all. Look, I gotta lotion my hands. Can't be on camera with ashy hands, y'all. We're gonna get into the energy, y'all. The moon is moving into Gemini, y'all. Your daily guidance, y'all. We're gonna get into the energy. Today is going to bring in communication. Today should be bringing in communication, y'all. All right, so the first quarter moon is moving into Gemini. So this is a major turning point, y'all, when it comes to the eclipse portal that we're in right now. This started about 4:55 a.m. The moon trine Pluto, and this is the energy of deep transformative conversations. When I say this, it's the energy is conducive to that, y'all. Like, can you talk to people anytime? Absolutely, right? But do you want to have conversations when the energy is most conducive to a good outcome? Then yeah, right? So a lot of times you want to follow the astrological transit so that you know, okay, maybe my desired outcome for this conversation may take place if I have the conversation right now. Okay, so that's what this energy is today, y'all. The energy is about communication. All right. The sun squares the moon at 7:27 a.m., which is in a little bit. All right. 9:56, the moon is going to be in opposition of Lilith. All right. So that's why it's going to give you that courage to go on and have the conversation that you wouldn't have otherwise. Is this thing freezing already? I'm not fooling with YouTube today. Y'all, is it frozen? Let me know if it's back, because if it starts freezing, I can't be fooling with YouTube today. Like, oh my God. Let me know in the comments, y'all, if it's off again. Okay, it's not frozen. Okay, because yesterday we were right in the middle of it and the whole thing cut off. You know, I cannot fool up with YouTube today. All right. All right, y'all, let's get back into the energy. All right, so we're going to see what it is that you need to know most at this time, y'all. All right, I'm actually going to start with a different deck this morning. All right, because sometimes I want to see, what comes out. All right, so let's see, what is the collective need to know most? All right, as we move this first quarter moon in Gemini. What are these conversations? All right, what are the conversations? Ooh, well, somebody, yeah, you might need to do it. I got miracles, y'all. Miracles. So today is the energy of literally, y'all. If you want to have that conversation, have the conversation, child, because miracles just came out. So it's like God is showing you right at this point. This is the number 42. All right, 4 and 2 is 6. 6 is about harmony. And what did I just say, right? When the energy is conducive to having the conversations, then today is that time. Definitely time to have that conversation. All right. So we got miracles here. Miracles. All right. What's the next? Ooh, oh, yes. Live out loud and naked. So what I'm hearing here, y'all, is candid conversations, right? With live out loud and naked. All right, this is Goddess Yasiji and Mami Wata. Okay, now anybody knows Goddess Mami Wata? Okay, it's time to have the conversation. But with this naked energy coming out, it's telling you that you can have candid conversations. You do not have to hold anything back. See, it's time for you to live out loud. And as we have entered, y'all, the fire horse, right? The year of the fire horse, we understand that you are supported in exactly what it is that you desire. You just got to live out loud. So it's like God is telling you at this point, when you live out loud, you will be supported because you're being supported in the authenticity of who you are. Right? See, this is about your own authenticity, and anything that you do and you do authentically is always supported by the universe, right? The universe will support your authenticity. The universe not going to support something that's not real, because real recognizes real. Hello. Okay. So it's like praying for something that you really don't want. You're not going to get it, right? Like you can pray for something that you really don't want and you're not going to get it because the universe knows that you really don't want that, right? Like you over here praying for a man, but you know you don't want one with 10 kids. And then you get one with 10 kids. The universe say, you know you ain't want this man because he got 10 kids. Just an analogy. Nothing wrong with having 10 kids. I'm just saying. All right. Let's get one more. So miracles, y'all, if you live out loud, right? And if you do it based on your own authenticity. All right, yeah, girl, this is about you, right? This is the essence of the divine feminine. I can't even hold this up, y'all, because she ain't got no clothes on, right? But it's you standing on the back of the lion, y'all. Like this is the essence of the divine feminine, the force of nature, right? That you are standing on the back of whatever it is that you feel like has been stopping you. You standing on the back of it, y'all. Beautiful. Yeah. And my goddess, y'all, at the bottom of the deck. Who is this, y'all? Yemoja. This is your awakening, y'all. And when you realize that this is your awakening, you embody, right, whoever is going to assist you in the awakening journey, right? So whoever you embody, it's you. And you are now embodying the energy of the awakening, Yemoja. All right, y'all, we're going to clarify. All right, and that's crazy that she's at the bottom of the deck because I'm about to clarify with the Oshun deck. All right, so this is the Oshun deck. I want to see what this miracles energy is. All right, what is miracles? What is miracles for my divine feminine collective? We got 25 people watching. Can you give the video a thumbs up, y'all? I don't know if my moderator is on this morning because my screen is frozen, child. All right. Let's see. Miracles. Yes. See, somebody, let me tell you, it's when you got mad. See, this is Oshun of wrath, right? Wrath. This is vengeance, right? This is you understanding that God is, look, divine wrath. See, your wrath is one thing, y'all, right? But divine wrath, God's wrath, oh, that's a whole nother thing. So when you expect and you desire certain outcomes in your life, y'all, with this miracles energy, when there are certain desires that you want for yourself, divine wrath, right? God will step in and the divine wrath is yours. Somebody, you just had to speak up. Right? It's like you broke some type of chains when you begin to speak about what it is that you desire for yourself. I'm saying flame come from somebody's hands, but the chains are being broken. And this is breaking of generational curses so that you can invite in the miracles that you desire. And sometimes you got to get mad. Right? Sometimes you have to understand that when you are mad enough to break the cycle, that's when you allow the miracle to take place. Somebody, you inviting in miracles into your own life. Yes, y'all. What did we say? And you're going to get the communication. Oshun of correspondence, right? Like I just said, y'all, as this first quarter moon is in Gemini, it's inviting in communication so that you can live in your soft power. Right? See, at the point you've already been here, you don't have to go there again. So at the point you've been angry, at the point you've been upset, at the point you have had to break generational curses for yourself, at that point, guess what? Now you can walk in your soft power. Yeah. You got to walk in your soft power, right? But you also have to set your belief in alignment, right? See, a lot of times, y'all, we have faith, but we don't put action behind it, or we have action and we have no faith. So you have to be able to look at yourself and say, in what part am I holding myself back, right? Because it's time for the soft power, all right? You can scream, you can cry, but now it's the communication. And someone, it's about listening, right? See, conflict resolution comes through your ability to listen. Right? In order to have the communication, y'all, God is always talking, but you're not always listening. So if your life is chaotic, right? If you got to run here and you got to run there and you got to get the kids and now you got to do this and now you got to do that. God done talk to you all day long, but you never had the ability to listen because your life is chaotic. So you have to invite or create an atmosphere that is conducive to you to communicate with God so that you can listen. Even if it's in the morning, y'all. I take a bath every morning because I got kids too. So I have to get my 10-year-old off to school. My teenagers take themselves to school. But I get up every morning an hour early. Who want to be up at 5 o'clock? Me. Because I get up and I go in the tub. and then you can listen. So a lot of times it's like we just fill our lives with so much static that you cannot hear, right, the clear direction that is being communicated to you. So then you may find yourself in this looping energy, not able to get out of your circumstances. All right. Let's see, what is this naked? So it's something that you need to be more open about at this time. All right. With this naked energy. What is this? All right. We got, yeah, shame and regret. See, somebody, you have to admit to yourself, not to others, y'all. Like, nobody cares about talking to other people. But you do have to admit to yourself in what areas are you feeling guilty, right? In what areas is there some type of remorse? Or you could just be talking negatively to yourself. Like somebody is like you shrinking away from life when God is saying it's okay to live out loud, right? Whatever that is for you. Living naked means living without what? Shame or regret. All right, this is the number 22, right? We just left the 222 portal, and that was literally about y'all making the decisions that you want for yourself. No more regret, right? So now we're not in the energy, y'all, of living in any type of regret. Is 727. 7 is the number of spirituality. 2 is balance and decision making, right? You can make decisions every day that is going to allow you to be a better person. But when you making decisions every day for other people, you're not pouring that energy into you. And then you wonder why your life isn't changing, but theirs is. So a lot of the regret that the divine feminine may experience has a lot to do with the inability to live authentically, y'all. You got to be naked, right? You got to be open, right? And you got to do it without shame or regret, right? You are who you are, and then you move on. All right, what's the last card? And then we're going to go to the tarot. All right, we have, yeah, I'm telling you, somebody, it's just time for you to let it go. These are the same cards, literally. Oshun, the scandalous, and Katesh, which is the goddess, I'm going to cover her up, the goddess of sacred lust. This is literally about the divine feminine essence, living authentically. Girl, do what you want to do, right? Unashamed, right? This is you being brazen and open enough to just live your life. And the only limitations you put on you is you, right? The only limitation anyone puts on themselves is your own limitations. The world can't limit you if you're not paying attention to the world, right? So the world cannot limit you. You limit you, right? So with this energy, I think I'm going to stick with the water decks then, y'all. Stick with the water. All right, I'm going to clarify with my mermaid tarot deck, all right? All right, so somebody, it's something that you gotta open up about. All right, it's something that you gotta truly open up about, and it's a part of your awakening. Yeah, it's a part of your awakening, and it's actually going to push you into soul forgiveness. See, a lot of times, y'all, we wear masks. See this Jumbi mask? And this is the goddess of many masks, many faces, y'all. And a lot of times we got to show up with many faces. You got to be a mama today. You got to be a daughter. You got to be a grandmother. You got to be an employee. You got to be an employer. You got to be a son, right? You got to be a wife. You got to be a husband, right? Whatever these masks are. And a lot of times we wear so many masks that we lose ourselves. Somebody, you got to forgive yourself, right? Soul forgiveness says that I forgive myself for not showing up to me the way that I should have, right? So forgiveness says, you know what? I put on a mask and I was there for everybody else, but I forgot about me, right? So somebody, now you're understanding, right? Soul forgiveness. And soul forgiveness starts with you forgiving yourself, all right? Let's clarify. Let's get into the tarot. It's time for you to experience more pleasure and less shame. I can't make it up, y'all. The cards back to back at the bottom of the deck. More pleasure and less shame. What does that mean? Mommy guilt. Because why? Because why? Right? Mommy guilt, daughter guilt, employee guilt. Right? That's all that is, y'all, being guilty because you cannot show up for other people in the way they want you to show up. Yet you are not showing up to yourself the way you need. Right? See, you need to show up for yourself. People want you to show up for them. It's called wants and needs, y'all. Wants and needs, right? Your children need you. Minor children need you to show up for them, but their needs do not supersede yours because if you're not here, you can't take care of them, right? So their needs still don't supersede your needs. And when you realize that your needs come first, everybody else is just what they want. And we can't always get what we want, girl. Right? We can't always get what we want. You have to be able to be there for you. All right, y'all, let's clarify. All right. Children, y'all. Page of Cups and the Magician. All right, I got the Page of Cups Magician. Somebody, I feel like it's your children, especially with this Page of Cups, right? It's you got to understand who you are, right? And if you have children, right, where there are somebody, your children or your child, this could be one or more, all right, or this could be someone else who is young and attached to you. This person is watching you, and they do feel like you are an inspiration. Like, you got to be cognizant of who's watching. Somebody, you could be a teacher, right? Maybe you're a school teacher, but someone you have a lot of influence, and it's coming from your psychic powers, your resourcefulness, your intuition, y'all. That's all it is your intuition. And you have people watching you, like someone, your children are watching you, and they see you. Whoever this is, you have someone who is younger than you, but they are also spiritually psychic as well. Yeah. Is something going to take place, especially if this is a family dynamic with a child? Yeah, girl, you magical as hell. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Like, somebody, you are magical. The Magician and the Queen of Wands, it's like people see you make nothing. I heard pull a rabbit out of hat, girl. Right? You can pull a rabbit out of hat. Right? You literally, and it's your strength though. Like, somebody, you have beautiful tattoos. I'm saying somebody with shoulder tattoos or like a side tattoo on your side. It's like you are beautiful, but it's your independence, y'all. It's your independence that allows even your children or others, right, that you may mentor, they look up to you. It's your independence. Somebody, you're highly attractive, but that is a part of your magic, is what I just heard. Yeah. And people don't like it though, y'all. Page of Swords is in the reverse, girl. Now, you got some gossip going on, right? You got some gossip, y'all. All right. And that's coming over Oshun of correspondence. So maybe it's the way you communicate, y'all. Maybe it's the way that you resolve conflict. See, somebody, you could be a conflict resolutionist. Like, people come to you because you know how to resolve conflict or resolve conflict. But I don't know, y'all. Everybody ain't happy. Why the Page of Swords in reverse? I'm talking about it flipped out in the reverse, y'all. What is Page of Swords in reverse? Yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse, y'all. Somebody, you are a great influence and people don't like it. This could be an ex. I don't know, y'all. I got a Knight of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, but it's like you're showing somebody, you're mentoring somebody. Yeah, Page of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. Like, you're showing somebody how to be a man, is what I heard. Like, you're showing somebody how to lay a foundation, but there are people who oppose. I heard somebody's father. I don't know where that came from. All right. So somebody, you can have children with somebody who is opposing to you. And they see, though, that your child is highly sensitive because they are empathic, like you are empathic as well. But you're laying a foundation for your children based on your own spiritual beliefs. There are people who oppose that, and there are people who are gossiping about it. But what is that? Oshun, no shame, girl, no regret. Right? No shame, no regret, y'all. You live out loud. You show people by how you live. Like I tell you, people I grew up in church, y'all, and they told us to go compel them to come. You ain't got to compel people to come. You live out loud, and your life becomes a living testimony. Your life, y'all. So if they say we don't like spiritual people because da-da-da-da-da-da, but all us spiritual people are successful and we are excelling in life, then hell, if something got to be right, right? So what you understand is this: there is no shame and there is no regret. All right. Somebody, you're learning how to live in your truth. That's all this is. All right. I got 49 people watching, only 19 likes. You can either like or click off, because I don't care which one you do. Right? Somebody, you got to live out loud. Right? You got to live out loud. Don't be, yeah, 8 of Wands. So something is going to take place quickly. All right? Something is going to take place quickly. All right? With the 8 of Wands. Let's see. What's the 8 of Wands? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. All right. So somebody, you're building something. You're working on something. Death is at the bottom of the deck, y'all. This is your transformation. So whatever this is you're working on, it could be a job adventure, a new job, a new business, right? It's something that you've been working on and it's been slow. It could be a relationship, y'all, with this Knight of Pentacles. But something is going to pick up movement, right? Because you're now understanding that you had to do what it is, that you had to be led by your own ability. Come on. At the bottom of the deck, my girl, Queen Nefertiti, right? You had to understand that you're the alchemist, y'all. See, that's what the magician is. That's alchemy. That's you taking the things in your life, y'all. The most difficult times in my life, y'all, is when I was the most successful, because I took every bad situation, got a bachelor's degree. Okay, then I'm gonna get a master's degree. Okay, now I'm gonna get this doctorate on your ass. Oh, all right, now, oh, CPA license, here we go, right? Every obstacle that came to me, bad marriages, 4 kids, 2 divorces, and I did it all during that time, y'all. During that time, right? While operating a firm that I've owned for 19 years. You take the things, y'all, that happen and you alchemize the energy. You don't sit in it, right? So everybody that's saying, well, I've been praying and I'm stuck, I've been doing this and nothing is moving, because you're not alchemizing the energy. If you want a better job, go get another degree, right? If you want better opportunities, then move out of the state you in, right? That is called alchemy, y'all. It's 737. 7 is spirituality. 3 is creation. God is working with you to create the life that you desire, but you got to give God something to work with. What is that? You become the alchemist. All right, you become the alchemist of your life, y'all. Queen Nefertiti, right? So when you realize that, yeah, God gonna give you something to work with, but you got to be able to work with it, and it's not gonna be easy. Yeah, you can be in a bad marriage. What did that make me do? Go start my firm, right? Yeah, my baby, he's 19 here. He's 19. I started my firm. And I had him, and he has a heart defect. And I tell stories, y'all, because this could be significant. My baby has tricuspid atresia. He went through 3 open heart surgeries before he was 3 years old, y'all. I started my firm. He was in the hospital. I couldn't be up there with him. I was nursing and taking milk to the hospital, and I started my firm. 19 years later, he healthy and fine, graduate this year, and my firm been in existence 19 years. Do not let circumstances stop you, y'all. You move through the circumstance. Circumstances are what? Circumstantial. That's why that shit don't hold up in court, y'all. You can't take circumstantial evidence to court because it's not right. It's not concrete evidence. It's just the circumstance. All right. That's a message for somebody. You got to alchemize the circumstances, right? You got to alchemize the circumstances. You don't just sit in the circumstance. So every circumstance God threw at me, I took it and made myself better, not the people around me. I ain't making my ex-husbands better. I'm making me better. And making you better makes what? Your children better. Make you better, queen. Make you better. All right, make you better. All right, I got the 6 of swords, 6 of pentacles. All right, 6 is out here, y'all. I saw something flip up in the middle. All right, so something's transitioning. I feel like now you're about to find a soul circle or a collective that is going to now give to you the way you give to them, y'all. 6, right? 6 of pentacles, 6 of swords. See, this is your journey, right? And this is a journey of healing, right? And now as you begin to understand that, you are inviting people into your energy that is going to give to you. Someone is your employment, right? You're now going to receive more support. Somebody, you may even be getting a promotion. I just heard promotion because I'm seeing rewarded for your efforts, right? But you got to understand, if you sitting at a job, y'all, because I do career coaching, and I was talking to one of my clients and I'm telling her, these people are never going to promote you because they're jealous of you. These people are never going to make you a supervisor when you got a master's degree and the supervisor ain't even got a bachelor's. You got to realize, y'all, that sometimes you hold yourself back by being dedicated to a job, a relationship, or circumstances that will never see your value or your worth. They will never see your value or your worth. And you have to be the one to make the decision. Does this support me, or do I need to walk away? Right? Does this support me, or do I need to walk away? And that's the decision that only you can make. All right. 51 watching. Can I get a thumbs up, y'all? I got 29 likes. All right. So this is your journey, y'all. And this is reminding you, right? This is reminding you that this is your journey, y'all. The Fool. Stop playing. And somebody, you're understanding that through your transformation. Stop playing, y'all. The Fool to the death, back to back, right? Fool to the death, back to back. This is your journey. I heard reckless abandonment. Somebody, it's time for you to live a little recklessly. Yeah. It's time for you to live a little recklessly is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm hearing reckless abandonment, right? You got to stop caring what people think. You got to stop carrying the baggage of your past. You got to live this life, y'all, with reckless abandonment. Right? Reckless abandonment. What does that mean? I don't care about what you think about me. I grew up in the church. I'm a prophetess and I read tarot on YouTube. You think I care what you think about me? No, y'all. Live your life through reckless abandonment to the point where people can't even say shit to you because all you doing is what you know to do for you. Why? Because it works for you. Don't give a fuck about other people. It works for you and you do what works for you. All right, this is your spiritual transformation, and a lot of sudden changes taking place in your life. You just have to let go of the self-limiting beliefs. See, somebody you trapped in your own mental prison. Y'all, it's crazy because this deck is mixed, y'all. But I ain't getting much masculine energy out of this deck, y'all. This is about the divine feminine, right? I got the Eight of Swords here, y'all. So somebody you are trapped in this negative mindset, though. And it could definitely be based on fear. Damn, and this card went flying. The fear could be beginning again, y'all. Page of Pentacles, right? Maybe somebody you're afraid to start over. Maybe you're afraid to start that new job, right? Like maybe you're afraid to say, okay, well, if I leave this job, I'm gonna lose my benefits. Well, let me tell you, y'all, companies are closing every day. I'm a CPA, y'all. I do mergers and acquisitions. People trying to sell, y'all. People are closing their doors, y'all. It's been businesses that has been around years and they are closing. So do not stay at some damn job that you don't know if they even gonna be in business tomorrow. And you over here talking about your benefits. They ain't got no money to pay you. Right? That's a message for somebody. Your company going bankrupt, girl. You better go get another job. Right? But I say that to say, y'all, that's about being loyal to something that you don't really need to be loyal to. Right? So you have to not be afraid to begin again. All right, Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Don't be afraid to begin again. Do not be afraid to lay the foundation for what it is that you want. Yeah, see somebody, you don't want to walk away, y'all. It flipped upside down in my hands. Eight of Cups in reverse. Somebody you holding on, and God is saying walk away. Right? You got to walk away. Somebody, you got to let go of something. Absolutely. Five of Cups, because you're not happy there. And whether this is a relationship or a job situation, girl, you ain't even happy. Girl, look at that tear. Stop playing, y'all. If you do not, somebody, you got a beautiful back tattoo. I'm saying somebody, a queen with a beautiful back tattoo, right? You have to walk away when it is not emotionally fulfilling. See, this is about emotional fulfillment, y'all. With this Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, this is emotional fulfillment. And somebody you are no longer emotionally fulfilled by. This could be a job. This could be something, it could be school, y'all. I see somebody writing a paper or reading a book, right? But whatever it is, it's not emotionally fulfilling. And let me tell you something, y'all. If you go back to school simply because you want a degree and it is not emotionally fulfilling, then you doing yourself a disservice. You doing yourself a disservice and you wasting your money because you're not going to study. You're not going to get good grades because it's not really what you want to do. Somebody told you to do it. My son finna graduate in about 2 months here, right? And he ain't going to college because why would I waste my money like that? My son ain't trying to go to nobody college. He want to be a barber. I say, okay, we're going to go to barber school and guess what? I will buy you a barber shop because we own shit around here, right? You will work under your nephew, my nephew, which is his cousin. You will work under him for a while and then you get your own shop, right? You set your children up for success. It ain't always about college, y'all. Right? It is not always about that. So even if this is a message for you, right? If you are not emotionally invested in whatever you doing, it ain't gonna work, child. It's not gonna work, y'all. So somebody, you're not happy, right? And it's time for you to walk away. Yeah. So that you can celebrate, y'all. Three of Cups, right? So that you can celebrate. What did I just say? Emotional fulfillment, celebrations coming together, right? So that you can experience this, right? I love it. Fun times, child. Fun times. But you got to walk. Damn, where that card went. All right. But you got to work on it. Beautiful. Right? But you got to work on it, y'all. I love it. I'm talking about it. Eight of Pentacles. You got to work on it. Hey, Deja, girl. Hey, Deja, right? You got to work on it. Eight of Pentacles, y'all. So whatever it is that you want, this could be self-employment, right? Maybe you need to start this business, y'all, right? This could be a new career, right? This could be perfecting your craft. But whatever it is, you got to work on it yourself. Nobody's going to come in to save you. You work on what it is that you desire for yourself. All right, Eight of Pentacles, y'all. You got to work on it. All right, you got to work on it. What is this energy? Girl, stop playing. Two of Cups. It's like God is saying, when you work on you, then we finna bring in partnership. Y'all know the damn kings always come through. Y'all know, always at the end of the message, it's like all of my message talk to the divine feminine, and that motherfucker gonna come through in the clutch, y'all. Let's talk about it. All right. So let me tell you, y'all, right? What you got to understand is this, right? The Two of Cups, partnerships. Your soul tribe, the people who want and desire to be with you, they will be with you, y'all, when you become who God need you to be, right? See, you'll have certain love relationships, certain friendships that will hold you back from the blessings that God has for you. And if you are rushing, right, these relationships and rushing it, no, work on you. Because soon as we got to the Eight of Pentacles, what is that? You working on you, then we get what? The Two of Cups. All right. What's this Two of Cups? All right, let's clarify. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right, what's the Two of Cups? Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Now, I knew that shit. Hey, like I didn't know that was coming out. Like I said, King of Wands, y'all. Like I didn't know that was coming out. Somebody you got or you're getting, right? A true partner, y'all. And this is somebody who was y'all match, y'all. Because who only came out? The Queen of Wands, y'all. No other queens came out. Queen of Wands and the Magician, right? So it's like when you become the alchemist of your life, you get your divine counterpart. King and Queen of Wands with the Two of Cups. Fire energy, y'all. And we are in the year of the fire horse. So even if you single, y'all, it's coming this year because you understand how to alchemize the energy around you and you become what it is that you desire. You become them. That is you balancing your masculine and feminine energy so that you now call in your other half. Stop playing. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy, y'all. I'm telling you, this first quarter moon in Gemini is bringing in communication, y'all. Today is the communication portal. Yeah, girl, stop playing. Ten of Cups. King of Wands, Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups, y'all. Have the conversations. Have the conversations, y'all. It's just time, right? And when you realize that the energy is supporting you, right? I love it. Who is that? Angel Eyes? I love it. Mr. Captain Save. I love it, right? But you know them jokers gonna come in a clutch, y'all. You know it. Because you know that God has somebody for you. And even if they come in at the last minute, y'all, somebody, I just heard you finna get a last minute blessing, child. Because I'm talking about that thing came in at the last minute. Y'all know I do my lives about 45 minutes or so, girl. We at 33 minutes. And here this joker come talking about, wait, what about me? Somebody said, wait, what about me? All right, y'all, let's see. What about him, child? What about him? All right, y'all, what we got going on? What's going on? Goddamn, why the devil coming out, y'all? Queen of Cups, girl, stop. Somebody is obsessed with you. The devil to the Queen of Cups. Talking about the King of Wands. Girl, somebody is obsessed with your loving and your nurturing energy. Right? Somebody is obsessed, y'all. And whoever this is, girl, look how he watching. Girl, look. I'm talking about intense. Intense. What he looking at? How you love on yourself. How you nurture your children. Right? Or your businesses or whatever you're creating. He hard down focus, y'all. I'm talking about obsessive, child. How the hell I clarify the devil with the Queen of Cups? You. That's called that dark empath energy, y'all. See, when you get to the level I'm at, you become a dark empath. What is that? You read the energy and you do nothing about it. You understand their thoughts. You understand everything, but you do nothing, y'all. See, the empath, before you reach this level, you read the energy of your person and then you call them and you text them, hey, love, you okay? Because you feel them pulling on your energy. So you like, hey, you need me to do anything? They shutting your ass down. And you over here talking about, well, dang, why do I feel this pull? Y'all, we feel the pull because we read their energy. The pull is correct. It's just that you ain't supposed to do nothing about that pull, right? Because it's them getting you to try to reach out to them because they don't want to do the work. So then they are tapping into you energetically so that you can reach out to them. When you become a dark empath, you read the energy and you do nothing. And you actually kind of enjoy it because you know that this joker be obsessed, y'all. Because you know they be whole obsessed. Who's not obsessed with a Queen of Wands magician, bitch? Are you crazy? Who's not obsessed with you, y'all? So when you realize that you don't have to worry about what they doing when he coming, it don't matter, y'all, because you know what's going to happen. All right, what else? All right, what else? Six of Cups. All right, see, somebody, this is a lot of past life, right, between you and this divine masculine, but I feel like they had to resolve some issues. Give me one on the Six of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, y'all. Stop playing. Somebody was just focusing on their money. King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. Y'all, this is protected. This is a union that is highly protected. King of Pentacles, y'all. Ace of Cups. I ain't got nothing for you, child. The Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. Somebody, it's just time. Like, this is screaming union. Right? This is union right here. Y'all, I don't know. Somebody, you got to come in. Let me change decks. All right. What does my divine feminine need to know? All right. What does she need to know? All right. Yeah, girl. Just when you was finna tap out somebody. Yo, I cannot this morning. Girl, you was about to tap out. Deja, is this you? Which one of y'all was about to tap out, girl? Somebody, you was about to tap out. You say, I am so done right now. What is this? Girl, it says a relationship has left you depleted. You may be feeling distracted and worried. It's important to focus on taking care of yourself and healing. Girl, somebody say, I'm tap out. Girl, what's that? I'm hearing it now, y'all. Who sing that song, Make You Want to Tap Out? Tap out. Make you want to tap out. Girl, this joker's gonna make you tap out. Somebody, y'all, I cannot. I love it, y'all. Somebody, you was like, I'm about to tap out. I can't do it no more. Yeah, you felt like this thing was one-sided, y'all. Oh, you calling in the energy this morning, y'all. Oh, yeah, y'all calling it in. Oh, because we ain't got no TikTok live this morning. See, I ain't going to be live on TikTok. Somebody talk about, no, let me get this message right now. Okay, somebody, yeah, it was a one-sided relationship. It says one person is more invested in the relationship than the other. There's not enough mutual attraction or chemistry to keep this going. Somebody, this joker was tapping you out. You was tired of giving because you know your worth, y'all, and you got confidence in yourself. Right? Stop playing, y'all. You know your worth and you have confidence in yourself. Why? Because that thing coming right over what? The fucking Queen of Wands, y'all. I can't make it up. Queen of Wands, you know your worth. You know your value, y'all. And somebody, well, your person know it now too, child. Yeah, somebody talking about, damn, this feel like love, y'all. This joker talking about, this feel like love. All right, let me tell you something, Queen. Because you know your worth and you said, I will be single and wait to come across someone who deserves sharing my life, and it's the life that you built for yourself. You believed in yourself and the confidence, right? And because of that, your person over here talking about, damn, this feel like love. Somebody, it could be an age difference, so y'all could have known each other since y'all were children, because we got the Six of Cups. We got young love and feels like love. So somebody, you and your person just have this connection, y'all, and I feel like somebody had to grow up. Right? When you look at this young love, it's like maybe you've only experienced that puppy love and not understanding what real love is. And I feel like somebody has now grown, right? And having experiences. Yeah. See, somebody didn't have enough experience in relationships, right? So it lacked, so your person or you, take it how it resonates, somebody was lacking the necessary skills to handle the feelings of jealousy and conflict. Why? Because that shit is coming right up under confidence. Y'all, somebody, your confidence actually triggers your divine masculine. Why? Because they the King of Wands, y'all. It be about them. Y'all, stop playing. When you are dating someone who is just as confident and nice looking as you are, they be jealous as hell because they ain't never dated nobody that matched their energy. You match their energy as the queen, y'all. See, most kings date beneath, y'all. How? Why? Cause they would still be with them, y'all. If they were dating their equal, they would still be together. They date beneath, and then they leave and all of that stuff, y'all. When they meet you, you know your confidence, and your confidence triggers them because they ain't never met somebody or been with somebody who knows their worth. And that is triggering to somebody who is used to low vibrational energy. This person is actually really jealous, y'all, because of your beauty. You coming in as a Queen of Wands with this confidence and worthy energy, y'all. Girl, your hair cute as hell. What is you talking about, girl? You cute, your hair cute, right? You know who you are, girl. You got that style, you got that swag. Girl, stop playing. Whoever this is, they jealous. Because they begin to feel, right? They begin to feel certain ways, y'all, and they didn't realize that they were actually falling in love, and it wasn't the kind of love that they were used to. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here in a minute. All right, anything else for the collective? All right, so let me tell you somebody, y'all. If you feeling down, right, don't judge yourself. And I feel like this is a separate message. I'm gonna read it because nothing comes out. All right, but I feel like number one, I'm hearing this two ways, right? It says avoid self-judgment, confide in someone you trust, or seek professional guidance to break free from negative patterns. Join a supportive group can also be helpful. Now, I don't know why that card came out, but I feel like there is no insignificant. Why? Because it's 757. 7 is spirituality. 5 is change. Somebody, if you feeling down, you got to go talk to somebody. Right? Go talk to somebody, y'all. If you don't know what path to take, y'all, life coaching, right? I do life coaching. And I told you my life coaching classes are covered by FSA plans, benefit plans, all of that, right? You got to seek help. Right? I don't even feel like this sits into this message, but I'm hearing like a PSA for some reason. All right, PSA. All right. Avoid self-judgment. Confide in someone you trust, or seek professional guidance to break free from negative patterns. Joining a supportive group can also be helpful because you can hear all of this beautiful, beautiful energy, y'all, and still feel like, but it's not me, but I'm not going to have it. But what about me, right? And that's a you issue, not a bad thing, but that means that you have to understand you are worth it. And what does that mean? Stay single, right? It says stay single until you come across someone deserving of sharing the life you have built for yourself. What does that mean, y'all? You got to build a life first, y'all. You don't get a king until you build your life, right? So if you are over here, see, y'all grow together, right? It ain't about one person coming to save you. It ain't about when I get a man, I can buy a house. When I get a man, then I'll feel better. When my king come along, then I can. Hell no. You do all of it for yourself now so that when your king comes, all y'all do is grow together. He don't grow you up, queen. You grown, right? And you don't grow him up. We ain't got time to be Build-A-Bear men. Hell no. You don't grow him up and he don't grow you up. Y'all are two whole individuals and you grow together. And it's too many women that have in this Build-A-Man mentality where you feel like you got to be there. You got to support their growth. You got to help them. You got to build a resume. You got to help them finance their car. No, you ain't got to do none of that. You and your divine masculine, y'all grow together. That's it. That's all. All right, let me get you guys some advice. All right, let's go to the advice. Child, y'all know people are idiots. They ain't got shit else to do, especially when people being inspired and uplift. They be the devils, y'all. I be telling y'all, them people be dumb as hell. All right, let me get y'all some advice. All right, so I'm going to get you some general advice for today. All right, so I'm going to get you some general advice for today, all right, for my divine feminine. And then I'll get you some love advice, right, if the last part of the message was for you. All right, let's get you some advice for my divine feminine. All right, advice for the divine feminine. All right. All right, we got, I love it. It says, shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. Somebody, you got a king coming in though, because this is the King of Wands in this deck as well, even though it's my advice deck. I'm telling y'all, that joke gonna come out twice. All right, it says, shine your inner candle like bright enough for others to follow. And see, that is the essence of the divine feminine, y'all. When you shine that light, you don't have to go find anybody, y'all. They find you. Look, my baby just came over and said, shine bright like a diamond. She done went in there and got dressed, y'all. She got on lip gloss and everything, child. She 10. But she stepped up and she said, shine bright like a diamond, queen. All right. So shine bright like a diamond. And when you shine, the king is going to see your light, y'all. Your light is what penetrates the darkness. You are the light, y'all. So you shine your light, and whoever it is that God has for you, they will see your light. All right. Justice is here in your advice. It says, stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. All right. Stick to your truth. Everything will turn out just fine. All right. What else? All right. Advice. Yeah, girl. Knight of Wands. I'm talking about it in the advice. It says sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. All right, sometimes you got to be willing to bend the rules, y'all. I don't know. Somebody, I think your person ready to bend the damn rules, y'all. I'm trying to get advice, and we got the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and Justice. Ooh, child, what is the advice? All right. I can't make it up. I'm done. The Lovers, y'all, in the advice. The Lovers, all right? It says, I cannot. Will you or won't you? The choice is yours. Will you or won't you, y'all? The choice is yours. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to get advice out of the tarot deck, and your person is still all up in this energy. Girl, and you still at the bottom of the deck, too. The Queen of Wands. Y'all, a whole nother deck. It's your confidence, queen. That thing says, replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. I'm talking about it. Somebody, your confidence has increased so much that you have become magnetic, y'all. And that is the essence of the divine feminine, y'all. That is the essence of divine feminine. You get to the point where you are so confident in yourself that you are magnetic to everything, y'all. Your hopes, your dreams, your job, your business, and your person, y'all. That's the energy. All right, let's get your love advice. All right, what is the advice in love? All right, yep, love your shadow. That's it, y'all. See, when you love your shadow, you become magnetic, y'all. That's all it is. It says accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. See, when you can accept your flaws, it's easy for you to look at your divine masculine and say, yeah, love, I get it, child, because we all been there, right? But you judge them when you ain't accepted your shadow. If you over here talking about he's stupid and he don't talk and he don't call and he don't this and he don't that, what the hell? You had to heal too, right? So when you embrace your shadow, you actually become more accepting to their energy, because now your energy becomes more inviting because you accepted your shadow, which means you will allow them to do what? Accept theirs. That's all it is, y'all. You stay with them, right? So that y'all can learn together. All right. The next message, advice. All right. Law of attraction, y'all. I'll make it up. Advice. The law of attraction, right? It says you have been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. Y'all, this shit's beautiful as hell. I love this, y'all. Somebody, you getting everything, y'all. Because what was the first card out when we started? For those who were not on when I first started at 7:17, y'all, the first card out was miracles. Hello. Miracles, y'all. That was the overall energy. And all of this is supporting the miracle that you about to get, girl. Stop playing. You've been manifesting this, and you finna get it. Shit me. All right. Distance, and that came out in the reverse. So if y'all are in separation, the distance is over, y'all. But I feel like this distance did help y'all to grow. I felt like it helped y'all to grow in the relationship, because it's about growing together. All right. So keep the door open, y'all. In your advice, keep the door open, child. All right. It says, don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. All right. So there is a door that's opening, y'all. This is the portal. And a lot of this is taking place between now and the spring equinox. All right. And you're going to see the action, girl. Stop playing. That thing say actions speak louder than words. So somebody, if you want to know when, I want to know when, sometime between now and the spring equinox. All right, actions speak louder than words. See, your person ain't communicating right now, y'all, because they want to show you with their actions, y'all. Reconciliation. Somebody wants to show you with their actions, y'all. They don't want to have no text message type of deal, or, no, they want to show you, y'all. So somebody, your person may still be quiet because they want to show you exactly what you mean to them. Yeah. All right. So be open in your advice. All right. Be open. All right. What's the last advice? All right. The last advice is balance. I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Balance. All of this taught you balance. Beautiful. All right. It says there needs to be a healthy balance of a physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy in a relationship to be sustainable. And let me tell you, y'all, when you meet your person, y'all got a whole lot of physical. Come on now. You got a whole lot of physical first. You got heavy emotions as well, right? But it ain't spiritual. Not at first, right? So you have to let them grow. See, the spiritual in the connection is God, y'all. It is the divine. So when you meet the person, they are becoming the divine masculine. They got to increase in their spirituality to level yours. We can't have no baby souls, y'all. You can't be a super high priestess, intuitive bitch, and your person don't even believe in the law of attraction, right? Like, so what you realize is that all you're doing is allowing y'all the balance, right? The balance for them to have the same measure of faith that you have, right? And it may not be, as spiritually inclined as you, because you are the spiritual lead as the divine feminine, but they gotta believe, y'all. Who the hell you gonna lead if they don't even believe in God? Like, what is you talking about, right? You over here talking about manifesting or praying or reading the Bible or meditating, whatever your belief is, y'all. They gotta be open to it. They can't be over there talking about stop burning that stuff, it's making my nose hurt. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. I have readings coming out today, y'all. I was channeling a lot yesterday, so y'all got 2 more readings coming out later today. I think one will come out around noon, and the other one I may let come out maybe about 5 or 6 tonight. So I was channeling a lot yesterday. That's why my voice is so tired, y'all. But the energy has been great, y'all. Even the other messages that are coming up, the energy has been great, y'all. It's conducive to union. All right, the divine masculine, they've been learning some lessons, y'all, though, about karmics and about exes. All right, that's been a lot of the energy and the channelings that I've been doing, is them understanding that they couldn't show up to you as their divine feminine the way that they showed up in other karmic relationships. So they had to heal these relational wounds, right? So that they could be able to come towards you as the true divine feminine, right? In your angel energy, y'all, is 808, right? 8 is manifestation, 0 is God, right? You know what it is that you're manifesting for yourself. Just let God handle it. 44 people, y'all. 4, y'all. Look, 808, that's a bunch of damn 4s to me. All right, have a blessed day, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll be live tomorrow morning at about 7:15. All right, and then I think I might do tonight a conversation for Wednesday night on TikTok. So I think TikTok might be Wind Down Wednesday, and we'll do a tonight's conversation. All right, so Wednesday TikTok is going to be 7 p.m., but I will be live here in the morning at 7:15 for our regular morning guidance. Love and light, y'all. The Lady Empath 1111. Thank you, guys.